Hello, my name is Lilith Dorsey, and I'm a Voodoo Priestess and author. And today we're going to be talking about the top 10 vital voodoo supplies that you can't live without. I am a practitioner of New Orleans voodoo, and I have a blog, Voodoo Universe. And one of my most popular posts ever was about the 10 vital voodoo supplies that you can't live without. So let's get right to it. The first one I put on the list, there's no particular order, is Florida water. Florida water is great for blessings. It's great for protection. It's great for cleansings. You can sprinkle it on your stoop. You can sprinkle it around your house. You can add it to your floor washes or your cleansers. So it's pretty much an all-around thing for bringing blessings and to getting rid of any negativity in your house. The same is true for red brick dust. You can make your own from an old brick. I know a lot of people who sometimes they'll go to building sites from old houses and they'll see crumbling bricks and ask if they can take some and grind it up and make it at home. You can certainly purchase it if you can't do that with an old brick from your area, but if it's from your area, that will have the spirit of place. You put that on your thresholds in a line, you put it on your steps, you can put it on your windowsills. Put it anywhere that you want to create a barrier between you and the outside world so that you have spiritual protection in that area. The same is true with black salt, and the same in a pinch, pardon the pun, can be done with regular sea salt. And here's some sea salt in my tiny cauldron. I have a friend that puts sea salt in a cat box outside of her house and makes everybody step in it before they come in so they don't have to get any negativity from the outside world brought into her house. So I thought that was a cute idea, although I don't have a cat box. I know there are some cats in my neighborhood and maybe even some humans that might use it. So we're just going to sprinkle salt around, sprinkle it under the doormat. That's another really good place to put these things so that anyone who crosses that will have that kind of blessing and removal of any of the outside negativity vibes, whatever you want to call them, that you don't want coming into your house. Now I'm going to talk about High John root. This was really popular in the past couple of years. I know a lot of people going out and protesting were using High John root. High John root is a relative of morning glory. I wrote a post about it on the blog. You can check that out. But it's really good to carry for truth and justice and protection. It's been something that's been used for hundreds of years in this country in hoodoo and New Orleans voodoo. And again, it's pretty much easily obtained online. Another thing that you can get online is grains of paradise, also called Guinea Pepper. These are very tiny pepper seeds that people use in their magic, usually for protection and also for hexes and curses, depending on when you use them. This is also something you could put in the corners of your room. It's something you could put in a gree-gree bag or a mojo bag in order to protect you when you go out into the streets, wherever, and do whatever it is you're doing. I looked for a rose of Jericho to use for this short video, and I thought I had a small one around here, and then I found this one. Look at this one. It's like half the size of my head. It's gigantic. Rose of Jericho come back to life, and it's been used in hoodoo and conjure formulas, again, for hundreds of years. And what you'll do is you will take this, and you'll put it in a bowl. You will add some spring water or some tap water to sort of, again, be evocative of spirit of place, be evocative of rejuvenation, which is what this is going to do. It's Selaginella. That's the Latin name for it. It's going to come back to life. So depending on what spell you want to do, let's say you wanted to do a spell for healing and health, you would put beans and rice in there, and maybe you would breathe your breath into it if you were having trouble with that kind of breath and respiratory system. And then as it came back to life, your health would come back to life as well. Alternatively, the most popular thing that people do with them is put spare change in there so that their finances will rejuvenate. So here's my big thing of spare change that's going to get put into that lovely Selaginella Rose of Jericho, rejuvenation, resurrection kind of spell later. And those, you can find them online. They are native, obviously, to the swamp down here in Louisiana. So this is something that's a local ingredient that we use a lot of. Rainwater is something that is not a local ingredient. Anybody can get their own rainwater. It again is evocative of the spirit of place. You can combine that with spring water or tap water in your ritual baths and spells and things of that nature, and that will bring that energy to your magics. Graveyard dirt is something that we use a lot in New Orleans voodoo and in hoodoo. It's for protection and for blessing of the ancestors. If you know where your ancestors are buried and it's easily visited, go there, visit it, leave an offering for them, take a small spoonful of dirt and bring that back and put that on your ancestor altar so you can connect with them and have the blessings that they had when they were alive and still be able to receive those blessings now that they've gone on to a higher elevation. And the last one that I'm going to talk about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, is holy water. And this is something I talk about a lot in my latest book, Voodoo and African Traditional Religion, that was just published by Warlock Press. And holy water is something that we use a lot in New Orleans voodoo because, again, traditional ingredients from Africa during the time where people were enslaved here in the city, people of color, the indigenous people did not have the same rights. Getting the ingredients that they needed was not as easy as it is today. So they would use things like holy water that was readily available from the Catholic Church. Even Marie Laveau herself was a devout Catholic by all accounts. And you can still get holy water today by going to a Catholic church. Lots of times they have fonts. They do sometimes require a small donation, and then you're able to get holy water. Or you can make it yourself. As I mentioned, there is recipes for it in my new book, Voodoo and African Traditional Religion, and there's also a discussion about it on my blog, Voodoo Universe. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I would love to hear your thoughts on your vital voodoo ingredients in the comments section. Ashe.